Yo, it's JSF, and this video is going to be kind of not a rant, but I kind of just want to kind of speak loosely and freely about something. So I want to talk about player skill and character skill, or player strength and character strength. And to do that, I got to talk about like the skill gap and some of that kind of shit. So bear with me. I find it very funny, right? Like I often say Frost is the worst character in the game, but I play Frost. I've played her a lot. When I pick Frost, I win more often than I lose. For anybody who's watching me stream, the majority of the time I pick Frost, I win. I do lose with her sometimes, but that's because she's a terrible character, and because sometimes shit happens. I just lose. We all lose, right? But my point with this is, there is a strength of a player. Like you as a human, right? When you're playing a fighting game, you as a human are picking a character in the game to fight another character in the game that's controlled by another human, right? So there's two levels to this shit, right? There's a level of what you know and what you're capable of as a human being. Then there's a level of what your character is capable of. Then there's Then there's what you know your character can do, blah, 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 basically, right? But that's always the situation within a fighting game, right? So no matter what character you pick in any fighting game ever, if you know enough as a human with a controller in your hand, you can win. If the skill gap is enough, you can win. Or if you know more than your opponent does, you can win. Matchups play a role, of course, to an extent, but they don't always have to. If I rush you down the entire match and you don't know what to do, and I just keep hitting you with a mid, it doesn't matter what character you picked. It was a one-player game, right? It was a one-player game. You got rushed the fuck down. I have these two characters here for a reason. I play these two characters, right? People seem to see it like, oh, you say this character sucks, but this person played the character, or you just don't know what you're doing. You're just not good enough with the character. Fam, if I have to OS you in reversal flawless block to beat you with the character, that's not character strength. Those are system mechanics. That is player strength, right? I'm sure if Ninja Killer picks Spawn, he's gonna do some cool shit, but it doesn't change the fact that the character's fucking terrible. When Silent Vice picked Spawn, it didn't change the fact that the character's not good, right? If you are winning using system mechanics, using things like dash up grab that every character in the game can do, which I do sometimes with Frost because you really have to. You don't really have a choice. Like doing back two into dash up throw is not real. Anybody with half decent reactions is gonna fucking smoke you for it, right? They're either gonna hit you before you get in, or they're gonna crouch the grab and down to you. Sure, you can try to do it. You can try to do back two, dash up, back one. But that's if they have whack enough reactions to, just sit there and entertain both options, right? Most people are not gonna just sit there and entertain your options, but if they do, then they got to deal with the shit. But that's the thing, right? When it comes to your opponent lacking matchup knowledge, your opponent when there being a skill gap between your opponent, or your opponent just not playing well, that doesn't make the character powerful. Like, I'm an analyst, I'm an analytical person. I break shit down. I didn't do match analysis for no reason. I did it because that's how I think when I'm watching a match, right? Just because somebody is winning doesn't mean somebody is better. Like, I know that sounds foreign to a lot of people. Some of y'all get it. A lot of y'all probably get it now that y'all dealt with this game for a long time. But it's just like, if I pick Shiva and I press down, up, and I beat you, does that mean I'm better than you? Nah, it's just a bullshit move, right? People get this idea in their heads that winning means you're better or something, which is why I talk so much shit when I play this game. It's like, fam, you beat me, but like that doesn't mean anything in this game. It's a party game. This game is not a serious competitive fighting game. It's not. I don't care how many tournaments are ran. I don't care who puts money on the line. This is not a serious. It's like betting on a dice roll, right? Sure, you can do it, but it's gambling. This is gambling. This is not competing. Like, this is not esports. This is fucking blackjack. Like, this is not a competition. This is gambling. That's what it is. You're guessing, and that's all it is, right? And it's just funny to me because like people don't seem to understand that a player, if the best player in the world picks the worst character in the game, they're gonna beat 99% of you because the skill gap is that wide. Like, they're just that much better than you. They got better movement than you, right? They're better at OSing than you. They're gonna flawless block every gap. They're gonna like put fear into you, and then you're gonna play bad. Then you're gonna get grabbed when you have no business getting grabbed. Shit like that, right? So I stick to what I say about my characters. Frost is the worst character in the game. If you don't want to believe that, that's totally fine. You don't have to believe it. But there's a reason you don't see many Frost players. You can say the character's boring. You can say a lot of things. But there's a reason you don't see many Frost players. You don't see many people doing well with her competitively, whether it's an online ranked, whether it's in pro competition or other tournaments. You really never see Frost. It's extremely rare, and there's a reason for it. It's the same with Spawn. There's one or two Spawn players, but that's about it, right? You really don't see it. And the thing is with fighting games, people pick good characters. People don't avoid good characters. I don't give a fuck how much you dislike the character. If the character's good, somebody's gonna play them. In every single fighting game, it's just people are gonna play them, right? People weren't picking Cetrion at first, but now people are, right? It still happens. I've seen plenty of competitive players who have no idea how to play Cetrion pick Cetrion. You know what I mean? In tournaments and all kind of shit. Like, people are gonna pick the characters that are good. Like, stop trying to tell me, no, Spawn's good, it's just you. No, it's not just me. Nobody's doing amazing with Spawn anywhere. Nobody is killing and dominating with Spawn anywhere. It's not happening. He's not good. And if you don't play a character, or you haven't extensively labbed a character, or analyzed and broken down a character, please don't tell me if the character is good or bad. I do this. Like, I lab these characters. I spend more time in the lab than anybody. All my videos are me in training mode for good reason, right? Well, not all of them anymore, but a lot of them. That's how I started, right? It's just because I've done the research. It's not hard to know what makes a character good in this game. When you have one of the fucking worst jabs in the game, you know what I mean? Like, never mind. I'm not going to get into specifics of why each character is what they are, but just note that there's player skill, there's character skill. You can be amazing at the game and pick a whack character and do well, right? At the same time, you can be trash at the game and pick a busted ass character and do great. At the same time, it goes both ways. It's why people can pick Shiva and just stomp and get free wins, right? It's why people can just pick a top tier character, pick Jackie, pick Liu Kang, pick whoever and win when they don't have any actual skill. Like, nah, they won. So cool, you won, congratulations. In this gambling ass game, in this party game, anybody can beat anybody. This shit is Wii Sports Resort. That's what it is. So that's all I wanted to say. I know this probably gonna sound like a rant and y'all probably don't give a shit, but I just want to put this out there because it's just funny, dude. Like, there's a difference. Like, I play the characters that don't give me an unfair advantage based on, like, character strength, right? I play characters that I can play my style with, my whiff punishing, my bait and punish style. I can outspace you to a degree, you know what I mean? And then I make you make a mistake and I punish you for it, right? That's the type of character I like to play. That's why I play Spawn. That's why I play Joker. That's why I play Frost. It's a pattern. It's not a mistake. It's like, this is the play style I like. I'm not a super rush down man, always all in your face, press buttons type. That's not my favorite shit. I'd rather outspace you, make you come to me, make you overextend, then you die, right? So that's my shit. That's why I play this character. I understand this character as well as anybody understands this character, probably better. Same with Frost. I was the best Frost player in the world at a certain point. I was the best Spawn player in the world at a certain point. I don't care what anybody else says about that. Being the best doesn't mean you win the most. Winning the most, like, it just doesn't. And you're not gonna win consistently all the time. You're not gonna have a consistent high win rate playing either one of these characters. Nobody is. I don't believe it for a second. Unless you're, one top 5, top 10 players in the world. But other than them, pick Frost and consistently win 70% of your matches or more. Pick Spawn to do it. I dare you. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about. Y'all stay safe. I might not even put this. Who knows? Y'all stay safe, man. JSF, I'm out. Peace.